That was perfect timing.
Was it?
Once again.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
All right, so hello everybody. It is Thursday, June 4th. I had to look because I thought it was Friday. And
it's not.
It's not. So we have more time. But today we are talking about processes.
Something we just went through.
Yeah, and we're pretty tired. It's almost like story time, but not yet. So, come on, focus. Story time? Nope. Just kidding. Oh. As you notice, probably every time we come on here, that board behind us keeps changing.
I did that 3 times already.
So, this is Business Week. Kind of an intro to a business discussion and the processes that you go through and all of the things that make it work. And so today we're working through processes. Ironically, didn't really remember that we were going to be talking about processes today and spent about the last 2.5 hours processing. And it not to be redundant, but it is a process. It's mentally exhausting, and when you don't have a gigantic team to collaborate with, to just brain dump on, and they go, oh yeah, let's just put it together like this and this and this and this, and you go, perfect. When you just have 2 people going through those processes, you have to find some pretty cool techniques to get the ideas out. And you didn't even see the table full of papers of other ideas this is just a building layers and ideas and thoughts and brain dumping and all that stuff to come together for what's behind you, me, you, them. This is live and unscripted.
How about I flip the script?
Yes, please. Your turn.
How about I say processes aren't important?
Oh man. Okay, go.
So what we did today, yes, it was a process, but did we have to have this process in place to get to where we wanted to go? No. We were basically brain dumping. It's what we did yesterday. It's what we did the day before. What we were creating wasn't really a process, but a pathway, a plan. So is a process really a plan? Some people would say yes. Some people would beg to differ. So I guess I challenge, are processes really that important? Can you attain a goal without a process? What do you think?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Why?
Because if you don't have a map, how are you gonna get there? I mean, you have your goal.
But is
I guess
a map
you could.
A process?
You didn't let me finish. What I was gonna say was, if you have the goal, it certainly makes it easier to work backwards, so you wouldn't need to do as many things. But yeah, I think that you do need. I think that you need a process. I think that you need to go through certain rituals to get to that end. I do. I think you have to be consistent in it. And what I was gonna say is, this is our process. This is what we do. We come in and we throw ideas, and then as they come out, we start forming them and grouping them and putting them in their place. And then we have this awesome formula behind us that actually becomes content that we can share with people.
True. But are all processes important, or do people spend time and energy on
Wasting
processes
time?
that don't
Yes.
make sense,
I agree.
or are busy work creating something that's not needed
Or necessary at
or
all?
necessary?
Yes. We all know those people, right?
So it's always important to work backwards, correct?
Yes.
Never forwards.
Wow.
I know, the problem is my strategy brain hasn't stopped since our brain dumping session.
Okay, carry on.
Because of that, you got me in this state, which we've talked about, right? So you get in a certain state of mind. My state of mind right now is very strategic. So when I'm in that place, I question just about flipping everything, because that piece of my brain wants to know every why and every how.
All right.
So that's why I'm asking.
And that's the strategic side.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the creator side sees it differently.
Which is what you were in.
Which is what I'm in right now. Is, you're seeing the path, the one path. Now you're starting to put all the pieces that we've talked about into this path.
Right.
And I'm still frolicking through the woods. I'm frolicking through the woods. And I'm thinking about the end, the beginning, the middle, the sides, and kind of piecing them all together. And I think women in particular, when it comes to business and creation, think differently than men do.
Well, I'll have to agree with that, because men and women don't think always alike. We have different boxes. Boxes
are different. He has a nothing box.
I do. I enjoy that nothing box.
And we haven't even talked about that yet. Yeah, so women's brains have all kinds of wires and crazy knotted up nonsense, and we can jump back and forth between the two lobes and all of these things and do many things all the time, and that's why we are super quick to change gears and multitask and all those other things. And then when you get with a strategic, especially person, not just a man, I guess, but a man's thought process is different. I just noticed that my husband just commented, and I'm not gonna read it.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna read it.
Unlike mine.
I am not going to read it right now. Stop it, Fritz. See? Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Okay, now I gotta read it. Yeah. Oh, it's my brother's on here. Hi, T.
Oh, very well said, Kevin. That was very well said.
You don't leer and grow? Do you mean learn and grow?
Learn. Yeah, you just got to kind of put the end there.
Jeez.
He was picking and pecking, I'm guessing.
He was mad fast typing because he, I don't even know how he typed it that fast, because that is a big response when we just started a few minutes ago. As he corrects himself. Oh, I love you.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, so he's 100% right. We'll see you tomorrow. Just messing.
It's just, it's just food for thought, because there's so many, I've worked for many businesses, I've had many jobs, and everybody's processes are different. Everybody comes to processes different. Everybody puts their focus. Some people put the focus on the process, not the goal.
Yes.
Well, if you don't know what the goal is, how do you create the process?
Okay, so thank you. That goes back to your earlier question. You jackwagon. You got us live now. See? You were right, and I was right. Look at that.
Well, that happens.
Sometimes.
A lot, actually.
Okay. This is actually really fun for us to go through this process.
But that doesn't mean that I don't get in my creative spot.
You do.
Because I can get there too. I just get there. I just live it different.
It's a quieter process, I can tell you that much. But that's where all the pieces are coming into this clear picture before he speaks. He's thinking all of this out, putting it all into different boxes all along the path. But once it hits, I'm on the board with a marker because I know that whatever's coming is going to be really well thought out, and why we always record our sessions, which we had to stop and go back and listen to earlier because he said something in
I didn't remember.
In our brain dumping process that was so good. He was moving so fast that I couldn't put it back on the board. So we stopped, replayed it.
But it wasn't a fast day.
No, this was really difficult today.
It was a slow grind.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of plateaus. So I felt like a tire. I felt like a vehicle that would get moving, and then I'd hit like an object. And then I'd have to wait till that object got out of the way so I could roll one more full rotation. But I never got to roll more than a full rotation today. We moved forward. We got a lot done. But it wasn't like it was 2 days ago where I was pacing and for an hour I just threw it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And I think that there's some grace that you need to give yourself too when you're working through whatever process that you have. So as always, when we come on here, this isn't like, I don't know, I guess all of these are learning sessions. You're taking something from what we say and you know, what we're laughing at and all of these different things and our own processes, and you can relate them to something that you're going through. But, you know, we really truly enjoy coming on here and just being honest about the process of what we're going through on a daily basis. Because creating something that's so impactful that we want to be able to give to people, you have to think in so many different areas. And I don't think we give ourselves the grace enough to be like, we did good today. Like there's some celebration that needs to happen because you just spent 2.5 hours in one room. And, you know, I'd have to say 20 minutes of that was probably dead silence. If we really had to put it all together.
Easy.
Of just thinking and researching and just taking a pause, taking a breath and not having an opinion, and just kind of going through that.
Well, I think you just hit it on the head. We're not throwing opinion up on the board,
No.
and we're not creating an opinion course.
No, that's for sure.
I think you just hit it on the head. If we were throwing out our opinions, we could fly through this shit like it was nothing.
And we're really being careful to not do that. Yeah.
We're staying very humble.
Mm-hmm.
Trying.
We're not trying to guide you in what necessarily what we think about it. This is a lot based in science.
Well, yeah, because I said today, what did I say? I said, I'm really thinking about our student or our client going through this process. I'm walking them through this process. Every step, they come to us one way. How are they going to leave? So, and I think that's why I struggled the most today, is because I was thinking about our consumer, right? Our people that are going to be taking this class or taking our coaching or what have you. We care so deeply about making an impact and elevating people to their full capacity that we think out every minute detail to make sure we do not harm, hurt, or skew anybody. We want
That's right.
absolute positive result at the end of everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I think makes this difficult. And I think that's what separates us from just throwing some shit together, putting some great copy on it, becoming really good marketers and selling shit.
Yeah, we're
not selling shit.
We're not doing that.
We've got something good.
And we respect the people that are coming to us.
Oh, for sure.
So as we've said before, just to reiterate, the focus that we have are on professionals, veterans, and athletes. That is our true focus, because those are the backgrounds that we come from. Those are the people that are highly successful in their area. And those are the ones we want to push. What's going to make you greater? You think you're awesome now, you're proving it, you're out in the world, you're doing all the things, but how can we kick it up a notch? And every good coach needs a coach. We talked about it yesterday. You have to be in that game all the time, getting better all the time. Not once in a while, not take a class once, just read a book once and go to a seminar once and make some notes and then you put it on a shelf. And then you kind of put some of it into place. You kind of remember some of the things that people are saying. You can kind of tell somebody, oh, I remember going to that thing and what she said was really great. But are you really putting it into practice? That's what we're doing. This is why this is so important to us, is that these are things that you will put into practice with us. This is not something you're just going to buy, read it quick, and put it on a shelf. And that's why our process to go through this, like he said, we think about every single angle, person coming in, personality, how we dig in deeper to the person that really has it all together, right? You got the t-shirt, you did all the stuff, you have all the things, but you're still wanting to show up for yourself a little bit more. I'm going to keep raising my standards, not for everybody else, but for me. How do I raise my standards more so that I can be more impact to the world? That's why we're here.
I almost said the two words, but I'm going to leave that alone. The center.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the, I almost said it.
Don't say it yet. Not yet.
So let's see if we're talking about business this week, right?
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about us today.
We did?
And our process and
Yes.
what we did. So how many people do you think out there were paying attention and actually grabbed the nuggets that we laid out? Because if you were paying attention, the entire process we just laid out that we went through today and the struggles that we went through and the focus that we're putting on you, are you doing that for your business? There's the lesson. I just had to tie that in because I didn't want people to think, oh, they just talked about themselves today.
Good for you guys.
Nope, there was a lesson there. Yeah. And I hope you were paying attention. Thank God these are recorded and you can play them at any point. But there was some nuggets there, guys. There was some nuggets in there. So if you missed them, replay this thing. And I hope you guys watch these with a notebook, because you should be journaling all the time and writing things down and thoughts. You know, we can't come on here and motivate you. We've talked about this. All we can do is inspire, and all we can do is inspire change and growth that you carry within you. And that's really the driving force of talking about businesses this week. So, and this is actually going to be our last show.
It is. This is it for the week.
Somebody's going somewhere.
Well, it's not on vacation. I can tell you that.
You're going to do. You're going to go do us proud.
Well, yeah, it is. Well, I think most people know that, but I do still serve in the National Guard here in Wisconsin, and I will be on duty this weekend starting tomorrow morning. So, yeah, that's where I'll be. I won't be on, but I don't know, Fritz. Maybe
so no live tomorrow.
Hey, maybe, just maybe. I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to surprise attack, do a live, but I'll be in uniform, so I hope that's okay. But maybe.
Well, I think we'd all be honored.
Maybe we can make that happen. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll talk. We'll find out.
But if you want to know for sure, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, or make sure your notifications are on for Facebook. Because sometimes we just want to come on and have story time because we've been in the grind all week and we just want to, just share some funny things that we've been doing or mistakes that we've made, or just kind of be dorky and dance around. And, we have to be careful of our music selection now because videos like to
Yeah,
get
we had a
erased.
video taken off. Go figure.
We're so bad.
Yeah,
so
'cause,
bad.
oh my gosh, you know, offended so many people. So if we do come on tomorrow, we're going to be talking about what business are you really in? So, yeah, I'm not going to give the title.
That's good.
So if we don't come on tomorrow, we will pick up that one on Monday, and we will handle that one on Monday. But that will be tomorrow's topics. What business are you really in?
As always, thank you guys so much for letting us in and being a part of your world. We give much gratitude to you, and we
Very
will
honored.
see you soon.
Love you.